Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to Sevtech Ages. Here we are at the sawmill, which is nice and quiet because of that. The Super Sound Muffler. That almost sounds like it should be called Super Sound Muffler 3000. That thing is awesome. We were able to use this to blacklist a bunch of different sounds and make this area nice and quiet so it's not racket filled. This stuff right here, awesome. Now this I've noticed makes a sound as well. When we drop it here, listen. That's just crazy. Now I wonder if that's the soul stuff that if we had an urn underneath that it would be grabbing like the soul stuff and filling up the urn or something like that. Let's double check. Let's see, what were the advancements on here? Fill soul urns. See, we can collect hellfire dust and fill soul urns. I don't even know what we would use the urns for. But the hibachi was what we were about to start trying to make. Because basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out how to get some kind of a kiln thing going so that we can make blast oven brick so that we can make steel. It's like we're leapfrogging all over the place. Not really leapfrogging down this way. This all blocked off. But we're leapfrogging nonetheless so that we can get this stuff accomplished. It's just a small sample. You only need a little. Okay, so we are trying to make, what was it, brick? Nether brick? Now this is another thing I thought was weird. Nether brick. That's brick and that's brick. So how do you know which one you're talking about? I almost get the feeling that this should be called something different. I don't know what you would call it because that really does seem like a brick. That's a brick. Maybe that should be called a nether ingot, since it's the same shape as the other stuff. Like if it was iron, it'd be an iron ingot. So maybe that should be called a nether ingot. Just to avoid confusion. For those of y'all who have ever confused those two. Yeah. But real quick, let's get to viewer comments. We have a comment from Fighter101 who is saying, hey, you could put the windmill over in the farm. So we've got this giant windmill that we made several episodes back from Immersive Engineering. That right there. And they were saying you could build a cool windmill and put it in the farm right here. Now the only problem I've got with that is logic would say this area doesn't really get a lot of wind, so a windmill wouldn't necessarily work. And this is already pretty tight quarters, so I don't feel like it would fit in here. But you know what we could do? We could open up this wall somehow. Like I've thought about making it look like it's ruins. So maybe like we could bust down the wall. And on the other side of the wall, we could start to safeify and open up this area to be like an external farm. Maybe just even if decorative. And then we could set up the windmill over here. That might work. And then once we can find a mega tree that we could grow right here, it might just look like a giant tree grew right here in this area. That's the plan. That's the idea. I don't really know what to do yet, but I'm kind of kicking that idea around in my head to see what's going on. The problem is we've got Immersive Engineering as a station setting up way over there, and that windmill would be way over here. And because that windmill is part of that mod, I get the feeling that that mod is going to need that windmill for power. So we might have to pack up Immersive Engineering and move it over here as well. But I thought I would address that comment. That's kind of, I'm not going to do anything with it yet, but that's kind of where my mind's going. So we'll see how that plays out. And then Rob Brown said, not that you need more ores. Because see, we've got quite a bit of ore going on. But you might want to look into ore doubling. I would like that. I would like to know how to double these ores. Because double the ores means half the work. Now, I know in Tinker's Smeltery, there's a way that if you put ores in here, it's supposed to smelt it into double. But this is not working. So I have a feeling that's been disabled in this mod pack. So, excuse me. There might be a way to make like ore dust. Let's see if there's dust. Tin dust from Mechanism. And Immersive Engineering is going to give us dust as well. And if I'm not mistaken with copper grit and gold grit, and what do we use that for? U for uses, right? Ooh, look at that. Some crazy weird stuff. An alchemy table, an arc furnace, Gold grit will give us a gold ingot. And that gives us 2. So with a crusher, we could double it. With a quartz grindstone, what can we put in there? We could, see, I haven't really found these ores. And then with a grindstone, we can make 1 gold grit. So apparently, okay, if we had a crusher looks like it's going to let us do doubling. But a crusher looks like a multi-block item, and I don't think we've even gotten far enough in immersive engineering to get to the multi-block items. But once we get there, I think that's what's going to let us have ore doubling, and then that will be nice. That will be great. But let's go ahead and pick right back up where we left off from last episode, when Piggy was scratching his head and saying, "How do you do that? How do you build that? I don't know." The hibachi, that's what we're trying to figure out how to build. Not a dust bucket, a hibachi. Boop. What does it say? Needs a redstone signal to light. Okay, we can do that. So, chiseled stone accepts any stone. I wonder if when it means stone, it means cobblestone will work. Let's start with that. Let's start with cobblestone and move up from there. If it won't let us, we can go find our chisel. And I'm just going to start building this right here. So it looks like we're going to have 4 pieces like that. We need a drop of redstone dust at the bottom. And then we need these ingots. Concentrated hellfire ingots, which is 8 dust in a cauldron. So that means 24 dust should get us these ingots. So while I went on my little talkie fest there, talking about different things, probably should have went ahead and put this in here to start cooking. So what did I say? Let's just double check. Make sure we get this math right. 8 gives us 1. 8 times 3 is 24. 24. Get in there and cook, please. Make some ingots. That'd be nice and great. Thank you very much. Is it working? There you go. I was going to say, you're being awful stubborn there. Okay, so a heating element we're also going to need. Blaze powder, string, redstone. Where did I put that blaze powder? I'm pretty sure I put it in one of these chests over here. Another thing that'll be great is once we can get these chest controller things going, I'll be able to filter a lot of this junk out into some more storage stuff. Did I put it in the backpack? There's the chisel. Oh my gosh, we're going to spend 3/4 of an episode looking for junk. Blaze powder. Comes from a blaze rod. Okay, cool. So I could figure out how to compress that stuff into a rod, but we can undo that as well. So that'll be good. So let's just do this. Let's click. Nope, that's not going to let me. Blaze. And then double click on that. And now let's start searching again. I can't for the life of me remember where I put this stuff now. We had a decent fair amount of it. Story of my life. Not there. Did I have any in here maybe? Nope, not there. All right, so let's run over here. Because this is where we were working on stuff. Maybe for some strange reason, I put it... No. No. Great. So we have to guess here. How many comments are going to be in the comment section referring to the previous episode saying, "Hey, Piggy, here's where you put the stuff. I watched you put it there, and I can't believe you forgot it. Did we put it in a chest over here? Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind now. Click away. Letter Y. Nothing. Nothing nearby. Let's go over here. You know, I wonder if this letter Y trick only works on chests. Like, maybe it doesn't work on these storage crates. And that's why sometimes it... It said it was right in here. Maybe here? How did I not see that? Whatever. And there's 8 of them. I don't think... I think that's going to be enough. 3 ingots. Awesome. Concentrated ingots. I'm thinking very... very hard right now. Leave me alone. I'm concentrating. So I think there's some string over here. Stop with the bouncy, Piggy. We got work to do. No. I could make some string, but there we go. I was going to say, I know I've got some string just laying about. We'll come back over here, and let's see. What was... I'm almost certain it was those 3 red ingots along the top. What do we need? Oh, okay. See, it's not going to accept those. It says chisel, so I bet I have to run it through a chisel. So let's get that out. Those 3 there. That there. Let's make this heating element. Oh, weird. That has to be put in a cauldron? Okay. That makes no sense. Maybe it's like, I bet the cauldron is from the same mod. Better with mods. Better with mods. Okay. So they're basically saying they want you to use this as a crafting bench. I'm better with mods crafting bench. So dust, string, powder. Powder, dust, and I don't know if this is a shapeless or if I have to put it in the right shape. I think that's the right shape. Let's see if we get some results here. You're going to start processing. There you go. Okay, so while that is processing, we need to chisel some stone. And I left that chisel. So let's run over here and grab the chisel. Come here, you. Where did you go? Did I lose a chisel now? Okay. Chisel. That's weird. It actually made me think of Chislick, which is weird. A couple months back, I actually went to South Dakota for my job for a like a business trip. And while we were in South Dakota, I'm like, okay, what kind of foods are in South Dakota that you don't see elsewhere? And there were 2 things that I tried that I'd never heard of before that were in South Dakota. One was called Chislick. And it's like, I don't know if the restaurant we went to was just making it very simple. What I think Chislick is supposed to be is it's pieces of steak that are cut into like inch squares, and then they've been breaded and fried. I think if I'm correct, that's what Chislick was. And the stuff that we had, it was basically squares of steak that you just ate. So it's like somebody pre-cut your steak for us. That's about all it was. It wasn't bad. It was good steak. You know, it was really good quality meat, but it didn't seem like anything special. But the other thing was something called Poutine. Poutine. And it's like, I think I'm saying it right. It's like French fries with these pieces of mozzarella or cheese curd that's been breaded and fried. And then it's got like this brown salty gravy poured over it. That was really good. That was one of those things I had to be careful with, because if I ate too much of it, it'd make me sick. Almost too salty. 2, 3, 4. But it was really good. And I like to... Nope, that's not how we do chisel, piggy. I actually do a lot of cooking in real life. So... No. Let's just do this. I think anything chiseled will work. But yeah, I do a lot of cooking in real life. So I might actually have to look up a recipe for poutine. Like I said, if I'm saying that right. I have no idea. That? Okay, that's not counting. Stone. So maybe it can't be cobble. Maybe it has to be like smooth stone, like cooked stone. So let's go ahead and reconvert this back to cobble just to get that like where we're not massively clogging up our inventory. You know, I get the feeling that no matter how much inventory space they gave me, I would always find a way to not have enough. That's the way modded definitely seems to go. So let's see here. I think that'll work. I think we've got everything. If this is the last piece, we've got the heating element. There we go. Awesome. Hibachi. Advancement, get. So that gave us a bellows, and from there okay, so pot ash. That's something we definitely are going to need to make the bricks for this. So what is next on the agenda? We have the hibachi to make a cauldron, And that needs a redstone signal, I think it said. So let's do this. Let's go over to the inner courtyard where we do all of our experiments and experimentation. Kapow! Everything's safe right now. Let's see what happens when we give it the redstone signal that it said it needs. We'll do that. Oh, yikes. Flambe piggy. So what you don't want to do is stand here and flip that lever. There will be nothing but crying in pain. We don't want to do that, so stay away from there, piggy. All right, so from there, I think it said I need Bellows. Not Mr. Lugosi. Oh, let's see how many people get that joke. Crash Course. No. Cauldron. Stoked Cauldron. Oh, that's a Stoked Cauldron. And there's stuff around it, like hibachis. But see, we've got That's weird. That looks like a turntable thing with a stone on top of it. Okay. The kiln is a multi-block structure that requires a single bottom bricks. Okay, single is one, and bricks means plural, so I don't get that. And 3 additional bricks around the air above the bottom block. Kilns can shared bricks. Kilns can share bricks. Somebody needs to edit this. Oh my gosh. Each of these hibachis has... Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 bricks over a hibachi should work. Does it need a bellow to make it work? We can find out. Let's see here. I know I have said that I had these, there's some bricks over here. You know what? See that fire? Get out of here. Nobody likes you. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I think that's what I need. My phone's buzzing for some reason. Leave me alone, phone. You bother me. So that, and then it was this, and then... Uh-oh. Nope, squat. There we go. Nope. Use your pickaxe, piggy. Don't try and tear it up with something else and then end up losing the block. Okay, cool. Awesome. I didn't know if I was just simply touching a block, would the gloves let me grab it, or did it have to be a connected block? Like with that space, I don't know if it would say, oh, hey, yep, you actually grabbed that. Okay, so according to that book, this is a valid hibachi setup. We should be able to put something right up there, and it will let us cook something. What is that? Oh, that glitch is on the top of my axe. Out of my left eye, I kept seeing this weird glitch. I'm like, what in the world's going on? Okay, so we've got the hibachi. We need to make this nether brick right here. And that comes from a stoked kiln, unfired nether brick, nether sludge, pot ash, and hellfire dust. That will give us 8. I can't remember how many bricks, but let's go and work with 8 for now. So I know I have some hellfire dust. We need pot ash, which, if I'm not mistaken yet, was 16 sawdust. 16 sawdust is going to give us 1 from a stoked cauldron? Okay. Didn't I have a ton of this stuff laying around? Sawdust. There we go. All right, so let's see. We got any here, here, here. Stinkerish. I know where it's at. I put it in a storage drawer all the way over here. Now, here's the other thing. I think eventually we're supposed to get access to a mod that you build these computer components. You can dump all your stuff into a module, and then you can, like, interface, and you can start clicking on the right, like typing out letters, a filter, and it will show you all the items you've got and tons of it, so we can just, like, quickly search for stuff. That's like the ultimate storage. Okay, here we go. That's a stack. Let's just do that. What did I do? Grab. Okay, I grabbed 3 stacks. Let's just go put 3 stacks in the cauldron. You know what we should have done? We should have made a list of all the stuff that needs to be cooked and then placed our order to go. Yeah, that'd be great. Somebody else, please, cook up all this stuff. Piggy's got things to make and things to do. So get a cooking, please, sir. If I had a hibachi under you, would that put a fire under your bum? Huh? Would that get you moving? Start cooking, please. Why is that not working? No? Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Let's back up. Pot. Not pots. Ash. And let's unclick that. So there, a stoked cauldron. So what's the difference? I wonder. It's weird that the word stoked won't show up. Cauldron. Oh, wait a minute. A stoked cauldron. So let's do this. No, you go. Thank you. Let's just put that out. I know I'll start the fire later if I need to. What I didn't want to have happen was break that block and it end up in the fire. So I'm wondering if a stoked cauldron means that it goes over the hibachi. Did I get it? Okay, that was weird. It's almost like it didn't have a texture for what it needed. So that would go there. Break you. Are you considered stoked? Do you work now? Wait for it. That's not working either. So maybe we need the bellows. You know, like when you climb up to the rooftop and you start singing really loud. Craft and mechanically power the bellows. Aha, to stoke your better with mods hibachi fire. So maybe we're going to use the bellows to stoke this, and this becomes a hotter fire that stokes that cauldron. So we actually need this set up for the cauldron and for this. Okay, so let's turn that off. Fire safety first. Make sure we're not lighting ourselves on fire. So let's see what's involved with a bellow. I almost said Lugosi again. And now I just did. What's the difference? Spring action? Or just a regular? So a bellows with soul forged steel spring. Yeah, we don't have access to steel, so that's not going to happen. Okay, so what's this? Vertical planks or plank siding. We can do that. Wet tanned hide. Great. I can do the wooden gears. That's simple. Leather belt. Cordage around a slime ball. I think we can make a rice slime ball. Yeah, we can do that. Or glue. No, not magma cream. All right, so I've got these planks. So let's start assembling this right here. So we got a bellows. 3 planks across the top. I've got that. A wooden gear at the bottom. I think there's a wooden gear over at the wood shed, so we'll run over there. 3 wet tanned hide. I gotta remember how to make this. Dried hide. Raw hide. Raw pigman hide. Ooh, we could start fighting pigmen in the nether and get ourselves some hide. That might work. Raw hide. Let's see here. I've got all these pelts that I've been holding on to, and I've just never needed them for anything. So we're going to go ahead and make this happen. All right, so that dried hide, salted hide, water, raw hide. That's what it was. I was going to say, I know there was a tool I was supposed to use to convert. You will convert. The work blade. That's not a work blade. That's not a work blade. Where did I put the work blade? Man, it's like it's this constant battle between, do you make tools and do you make a centralized place? There we go. Do you make a centralized place for all your tools? Or do you make a place at each station for tools that are relevant to that station? So that I could have tools all in a central place, which means no matter what I'm working on, I have to run to that central place to get a tool. Or I could have a tool that was specific to a certain area, and if for some reason that tool could be used somewhere else, I've got to run over there to get it. I don't know which of the two would be more beneficial. We'll throw that in there. Okay, so we've got rawhide. I need 3 pieces here, and I need cordage. Cordage comes from leather strips, which comes from leather. Wet tan. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can make a bunch of wet tanned hide, and then from this point we can calculate out how much regular we need. So ground resin and dried hide from salted hide. So I need, we can do this. Salt. We'll put that in that little mixer thing. There we go. So I know I've got some salt around here somewhere. There you go. Look at that. We have rawhide. Oh my gosh. Okay, so more water, please. If we're going to be doing some cooking, we got to make sure we got all the water that we need to cook proper. Wow, you're going to take forever to fill up, aren't you? Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 3. That's what it was. 3 of those and a piece of salt. Uh-oh. And we have to stir with an empty hand. That's what it was. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So salted hide. No. Okay, I've got the salt, so I don't need a filter for that anymore. Wet tanned hide. Wet tanned hide is dry hide. See, that seems so odd in my brain. Salted hide would already be dry. I guess it wouldn't in reality. You could have wet salted hide. So we'll let that dry. Okay, that's working on that. Let's go ahead and get... I've got dried hide. That's what I need. 1, 2... No. Squat. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Salt. And now we give it a good stir. Just keep going. Just keep going. Uh-oh. No. Come back. Okay. 3 on the ground. Squat. Grab it. There we go. Pick it up. All day long you have good luck and all that stuff. Okay, so there we go. That's going to do 1, 2, 3. Wet tanned hide. That's going to eventually dry, so we're going to need ground resin. And that is from bark. Will give us... Okay. And I don't know how much ground resin we're going to need. You know what? Before we run off... Nope. Mulberry pulp? What are you? Sawdust. Let's leave the salt right here. Since most of the time it seems like we're needing salt for tanning, it just makes more sense to leave all that stuff here. Okay, so we need to go get some bark, which is fine. It's over here, and we need that grindstone anyway, so that we can get that resin. Resonator. It's like, what in the world does the word resonator mean? I want to say it's like something that echoes, but I'm not quite certain that that's accurate. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Let's just go ahead and do 4. Even if it's a little bit overkill, that'll be fine. And it's so quiet over here. I love it. But this makes noise. A little bit of conversion going on there. I get the feeling we're going to need more of this stuff for some reason. So might as well convert. Boop. There we go. And I thought I saw some resin go in there. Nice. That actually went a lot quicker than I thought it would. Okay, so let's run back over here. And I don't know that we've got any more of this leather cordage laying around. I think we've used up the majority of what we had for that. Okay, so that is ready. Can I do that in this barrel thing? I think so. Let's check. wet tanned hide in a wooden basin would be a piece of ground. Oh, look. This is 1-to-1 ratio. That's 1-to-3. So we're definitely going to go with that route. So we need more water in the old barrel here, I think. Nope. Place it down. How do we get this lid off? Left click. Squat left click. Squat right click lets me pick it up. Right click close just hits it. Left click does nothing. Oh, great. Here we go again. I'm trying to remember how in the world. Okay, left click no matter what seems to be making noise. Middle click doesn't do anything. Shift left click, shift right click. Right click picks it up. From far away, shift left click, shift right click. There we go. Trial and error, 50,000 different things, and eventually we can figure it out. Let's do this. Let's put this nether brick right here. Boop. There we go. That'll open up some inventory. Okay, so give you a good scoop. Give you a good fill. Fill her up. Fill up fill. See who remembers that one. What's fill up fill from? Who knows that reference? Raise your hand if you know. I'll wait. Boop. Pick that up. There we go. Now we're in business. Okay, so dried hide. 3 dried hide and 1 resin. 2, 3. And where did that resin go? There we go. It resonates. Oh, sweet. And we can do all this while it's filling up with water. So that's cool. So this will give us 3 wet tanned hide. And if I'm not mistaken, we have to leave it that way. Bellows. Yep. Okay, so 3. Oh, I was over there. I should have grabbed that wooden gear. There we go. That. And okay, so now we're going back. We're running in cycles, I tell you. Cycles. Certainly. See, I need a little bit of food. It's not appearing on my hotbar, which means there we go. That's how you do that. Pardon me. Okay, so gear. Sweet. That will work, yeah. Piggy the Swedish chef. And the sun's about to come up, but it just doesn't matter. I love it. And there's no phantoms in this world. That's even cooler. Okay, so we have our gear at the ready. There we go. We'll place that there. And we need leather belts. Okay, so with leather belts, we're going to need... We need 2 of them. So we need 8 pieces of cordage. 1 piece of cordage is 3. So 24 cordage and 8 string. I'm trying to remember how we make cordage. I think it was a work blade on a piece of leather. Cordage. Okay. Oh, I could do that without the string, but it's 4 pieces instead of 3. And where does that come from? A piece of leather and a work blade. Okay, so first things first, we need to take the drying rack, the dried leather, that in there, and then we'll start this drying. And while that's drying, we can figure out our string. And then from there, we should have a bellows. Whoop! You get dried, thank you very much. And let's go and put this resin here. And let's see, okay, so leather cordage, we need a work blade. Let's go ahead and get the work blade and put it with this leather stuff, because that seems to be the best place for it. Work you. There you are. You come with me. Ooh, string, yes. Awesome. So that one, okay, so that didn't take long. We finded it. Okay, so it said to make the bellows work, we have to connect that to a gear. So we might have to move all this stuff. Oh man, we're gonna have to move this stuff over to the woodshed. We might have to tear the woodshed apart just so we can get some of this stuff working. Crash course. That powers that. Okay, here, created an unstoked cauldron. Put hellfire into a stoked cauldron at your own risk. You were warned. Okay. I blow something up. The bellows is an air bladder that, when given mechanical power, will contract and blow a gust at the three... A gust. Like Augustus. All right. Are you dry yet? 77%. And I can't even experiment with the bellows yet to figure out how this is going to work because you've taken forever. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't there several gearboxes over here and axles? Let's take a look at this. I think what we're going to have to do is just tear up this this filter thing. See, we can take this off, and I can put the bellows right here. But the problem is, how far does the bellows blow? And is having a hibachi nearby, is that going to catch stuff on fire? I don't know. I hope not. I can't even remember. Oh, that's right. Like, griefing is turned on. Fire is probably turned on because this mod pack kind of adjusts itself. You're just not allowed as a player to make any decisions on your own. So that is going to give me leather strips. And then from there... Oh, we can't do that. Oh, here we go. Bellows. And unclick that. That is a belt. That. Okay, so we can make that. That's one. We need more, please. How many can we make there? That'll give us 3? Okay, let's go and just convert all this stuff. I think that's good. And get you out of there. Get out of there, please. Okay, so we have 9, and we need 8. So that'll work. So now we have to either get glue... How did we make the rice slime ball? Rice slime ball. Rice dough and a bucket of water. Rice dough can be made from rice flour and salt. Rice flour can be rice run through a millstone. Okay. So let's go over here. We will have to harvest ourselves some rice. Is this rice? It is. Nice. It's nice rice. That'll be my new brand of rice. It's quick cooking, and you can use it to make slime balls out of it. It's nice rice. I tell you. It'd be nice if I could grind up these seeds as well. Now, I don't know exactly how rice works in real life, but isn't rice grains actually the seed itself, or is that something different? There you go. Okay, there it is. So, I can't think of anything I've needed rice for up to this point, so we're just going to go ahead and run that through. So while that's going... Keep going. Keep going. No, not a slime ball. I clicked too soon. There we go. So 1 piece of rice grinds up into rice flour. R for recipes. Rice slime ball? There we go. 4 of those makes 1. And I need 2, I think. Let's back up. Let's just do this right, Piggy. Yes, okay, I need 2. So, back up. Nope. I need 2 rice balls, so that means I need 8 rice dough. 1 rice... That can be 3. 3, 6, 9. I think that's right. Am I doing the math right? 6. Flour. Don't need flour. Come on, you. 7. Ocho un nueve, please. There, I just used 3 different languages. And I told Zloy I was trilingual. He wouldn't listen. Poor Zloy. One of these days he's going to learn to listen to me, I tell you what. Come on, you. I can only talk so much. I can only babble on for a certain amount of time. Now, hopefully we've got 3 pieces of salt. I can't remember how many were left. Oh, man, I'm running out of time. Hoping we can get this done. I don't think we're going to get the mechanical part hooked up. All of this crafting and stuff is taken for stinking ever. Okay, where's the salt? Are you salt? Halite salt. 1, 2, 3, and that. And then get the string out of the way. Oh, great. It's just 1 too many, I tell you. There we go. Give it a good stir. So I guess the upside is we only need 1 piece of salt to do that, where with the other recipe it looks like we needed 1 piece of salt per rice thing. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. We're about to run out of water, I bet. Yep. But we're good. We already got that figured out. Okay, so you go there, you come here. You go there. You go there. There we go. We'll eventually get this working. Just keep going. Nice. Okay, so there we go. And then from there, oh man, did it say bucket of water? Is there another way to craft it? Fluid bladder. And I'm mainly doing that because I have no idea where the bucket is. Having a bucket sitting around right here would be ideal. And a crafting bench. Because now we're going to have to do a bunch of running back and forth. So that is going to give us... Well, get out of there, mystery meat. You bother me. Don't need those stinking seeds. Can always get more later. I'll do that for now. Okay, water bladder, where are you? And then what we'll do is we'll make this and we'll put that water bladder back here in a second. Okay, so 1 more rice ball. There we go. Okay, so, oh, nope. There we go. Swap you. I'm going to put this here for later usage. There we go. I think we're in business. We might have a leather belt. So now I'm going to need this anyway for the final crafting. It's the final crafting. Do-do-do-do. Ra-da-da-da-do. I'm reaching. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I'm reaching. Whoop, for bellows. Whoop. Nice. Got that bellows. Sweet. Okay, so, ooh. See, I was right. This is how we make Nether Brick. I knew it. So, what does this thing look like? Doesn't look like much. It almost looks like a plank of wood from, like, Twilight Forest. That's what I'm thinking. All right, you come with me. This whole setup, it's a setup, I tell you. I know that they're working against me. So we'll take all this. I'll leave those bricks sitting there for now because I don't think that we have to have a stoked cauldron to run that kiln. Now, we might. And if we do, I'll just have to come back. Let's see if we can do this. I think we got just a couple more minutes. We might be able to make this. Okay, so, hello, noisemaker. Come with me, please. Thank you. Did I just... I sure did. You get over here. Okay, so... the bellows... Okay. Was that it? How do you turn it? Maybe I have to place it like that? Is that right? I can't tell. Maybe this way. Is that the output? Let's see here. Let's place the hibachi. And can I do this? I can, but I might burn down the house. Burning down the house. That is a half slab, but still. Come with me, please. Where? Oh, man, did I leave it behind? Is it laying on the ground? Did we not have enough inventory space? I bet. Let's just climb the walls. I never even think about that. I could just, like, climb right over. I sure did. Look at that. Let's see here. That. And there. And then we'll just dump some of this junk. Got that cauldron. Awesome. And the sawdust. Sweet. This'll work. It better work. If it doesn't, once again, Piggy doesn't deliver right at the end. I guess it's better than dying at the end, right? Okay, so we've got that. Does the cauldron have to float above it, or can it be right on top of it? Let's find out. Can I do that? See, I can see like the red right there. So I think that counts. Maybe this has to be right there. Let's try this. Ooh. Oh no, did I lose the cauldron? Did it just burn up? Did it go? Where did it? Oh, man, stinkerish. I just burned up my own cauldron. Maybe we can do this. Are you bellowing? Why are you not bellowing? You're supposed to be singing a song, I tell you. Okay, so Piggy messes everything up again. That's just the way it goes. So I'm going to have to make another cauldron. So I'll do that off camera between episodes. And investigate this bellows to see if I can figure out how to hook this thing up. Maybe that goes in there. Maybe this, I have to face the axle. How do I do this? Because I've kind of boxed myself in here. Let's try this. That? Is that working? I don't think so. I don't think that's working. See, it makes a little breathing noise right there. But it's only one. And then it doesn't do it again. Do I have to, like, interact with it? No, no. Get me a little frustrated there. Okay, let's... That's not working. That is so odd. It doesn't make sense. Didn't I see something about, like, a gearbox hooked up to it? A properly stoked fire... alternate the power to a bellows enough for it to go up and down before the fire cools back down. This timing can be achieved with the turntable, or if you want a normal redstone timer. It will rotate the block. Right-clicking on the side faces with an empty hand will remove the switch, which will change the speed at which the rotation happens. Clay spinning timing. Certain blocks attached to the sides of the rotated block will stay attached and rotate with it. This includes torches, redstone torches, levers, signs, and buttons. This allows for creating perfectly timed circuits using the signal created by the redstone torch. This is especially useful for timing a bellows. That is what I saw on that image. Let's go back. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to scroll down here. See that? See how there's those torches holding off, sticking off? So you put that block up there in the torches, and then you turn this on, and it actually rotates this. And by rotating it, that signal is going to go to the bellows, and it's going to alternate it. Okay, so that's making a whole lot more sense. So what I'm thinking is we may have to, okay, I did get that. Let's put this back. You're making a bunch of racket, thank you. So what I'm thinking is we're probably going to have to do another setup like this somewhere, because I really don't want to tear this apart. So I might have to make like a little cookery area or something like that, and I think there's some windmills that go with better with mods. So I think I know what we're doing next episode. We're doing some better with mods is what I feel like. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button if you want to see more of these as I release them. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of research, so maybe we can get like, not a water wheel, maybe there's a windmill or something we can hook up, and we can get ourselves a cookery, smeltery kind of area going, and we will finally be able to move forward. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.